You guys, for those of you that know me, some of you don't know me, my name is Toni Vanschoyck. I launched a company that has scaled massively over the last 7 years. And one of our challenges is that we were going everywhere in order to try to communicate and stay in touch and follow up with people. About probably 4 or 5 years ago, I noticed that it was a more widespread issue. And so last year, I partnered with someone who's completely amazing. He's a brilliant guy. And we, with my expertise of the industry, which is network marketing, but you guys, this isn't just for network marketing anymore. This is for anybody that's trying to use what we call a CRM, a customer relationship motivator. And the reason why I call it that is because we have created new nurture campaigns through text messages, through emails, through social media. You guys would not believe the incredible amount of technology that's gone into this. You guys, Anthony, this platform is 15 years ahead of its time, but I do want Anthony to take a few minutes. We've been working together alongside each other for over a year. And then we'll bring Kelly on so that she can kind of add where she came into the picture. But Anthony, I would love for people to hear from you. You're the kind of like the guy behind the scenes, but you have a brilliant background. You're excellent at what you do. It has been so great working with you this last year. So if you could just take a few minutes and tell people about who you are and about what you brought to the table, that'd be great.
Yeah. So, hey guys, my name is Anthony Boot. I do software development and business consulting. I've been doing it for, a little over 10 years now. I've been specifically in CRM business development now for 3 years. We have an awesome team with a bunch of coders and web developers. And of course, Kelly here is on our team. Hi to Jen and Patty. I know you guys are part of the original beta. So you guys saw how the system transformed and grew. But my main focus is always customer relations and management. So those are my strong points. I love doing management systems for people to grow their teams and for businesses to run more efficiently. And I love making sure that the customers are always in the loop when they're doing everything. So that's a little bit about me. The CRM itself that I've been working with Toni for over a year now. It's been a year and I think 3 months total time now, from conception to where it's at now. And the CRM itself is actually crazy. We built in email parsers, gamification, everything you need to run your business from Monate, and everything you need to run your business from outside of Monate, including social media posting and being able to communicate through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, text message, and email all in the same place. So that's a quick high-level overview for everything. I'm going to hand it off to Kelly here. She's actually the manager and success supervisor for the entire CRM. And I'm going to let her make a quick intro for herself. And then we'll go back to Toni and go from there.
Sure. Hey, everyone. Some of these names I know, some are new names. My name is Kelly Lohner. I'm actually a market partner. I joined Monate in 2016. So I was part of the beta for this program. Very, very quickly, I fell in love with it and I saw exactly what it would do for my business. So I messaged Anthony one day and said, hey, can we chat a little bit more? And we ended up discussing and felt like it was a really good fit for me to come into here and be that middle person between the Monate people and the people with Omnimatic, which is Anthony's company. So I've been around helping out for the last few months now, and I'm really excited. I'm here full time with you guys. This is my gig. I'm here to support you guys and get you guys rocking and rolling with the CRM. So I also use it in my business, which I think is going to be really helpful for you guys if you decide that this is a good fit for your business. So I want to just quickly touch on some of the things that I find really, really helpful for my business. As someone who works full time, which there are many people out there who are working Monate as a part-time gig still and working full time. Even if Monate is your full time, these things will still be very helpful. So for me, one of the big parts for me was staying in contact with my customers. That's been hard for me trying to juggle a bunch of plates and balls, which we all do, whether we have families, jobs, etc. So we built out, and again, this is specific to Monate people, but we can build this out for other people as well, automations. So for example, onboarding someone new, instead of having to sit at your computer and send messages to someone saying, hey, this is step one, this is what I want you to do as a new MP. We have automation set up so that you are hands off when someone new enrolls in your business. So Anthony mentioned something called an email parser, which is essentially an email reader. So we're able to connect your emails up to the system, and they do reading in the sense that they help you run your business. So this whole CRM is about running your business flawlessly, you being able to take your hands out of some of that admin stuff and focusing more on the meeting new people part of our business, which is a really important part of us growing and scaling our businesses. So the automations for me are massive. They're already set up for market partners. You literally get the program and those are there for you and ready to rock and roll. So the automations for me was really, really big, as well as for me, getting new leads was really cool. So this is another really neat part of the CRM. For me, some people know this, some don't. I live on a farm. I live in the middle of nowhere. For me, networking is hard because I live outside of a town of 1,000 people and I'm about 2 hours from a city. So for me, networking and getting leads was a challenge, and still it's obviously getting better because of CRM, but it was a challenge in my business. So the way that we can get leads is a lot different using the CRM as well, because Anthony mentioned gamification, which is essentially a spin to win game that we can utilize online. We can put it onto Facebook or Instagram. We can use it at trade shows. There's just so many new and unique ways of getting leads that I think most of us could agree that's something we would really love to do more of, is getting more leads. So that for me was really big as well. And then just the retention part. I know it is common for us to get new market partners, get new VIPs. We try really hard to keep them around, but sometimes they do drop off. So I find that my retention is a lot better now because I'm able to stay in more contact with people. And again, that's through utilizing the system. Yes, I'm doing a lot of that, but my system is also helping with that. And when I say my system is helping, it's doing stuff in the background. I'm hands off. I'm focusing on the parts of my business, like getting new leads in other ways, but the system does a lot of that admin work for me. So there are many, 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 many pieces to the CRM. Those for me would be some of the really neat pieces that I find are really impactful in my business. Many more, Toni and Anthony, their brains did some amazing things with the CRM, but I'm just showing you or telling you 3 things that I really like about it. So Toni, I'll throw it back at you.
So I just want to say, you guys, you know, Kelly's been in this business for 5 years, so she understands it, but her background is IT. That's what her full-time gig was before Anthony and I wooed her over to Omnimatic. And so she was able to bridge a huge gap for us. You guys, this does not come lightly. I've invested, and I can't even speak for how much Anthony has invested, you know, as far as time. I've invested $127,000 into this platform because I knew, number one, that this industry, that Monate needed it, this industry needed it, and everybody that has a sales or a customer base needed it. So you're not going to Instagram, you're not going to Facebook, you're not going to check your email, you're not going to text, you're checking your text messages. It's all housed under one app. So, and I'm going to tell you, there are people that are actually on this call, and myself included. You guys, my PV and GV has been up over 20% last month just because of the app alone. That for me is huge because my personal business is not my strong suit. If you know anything about this industry, we have a team of over 400,000 people. I love it. I love it, but I need to be more effective for me. So that's where this really, you know, listening to people talk, looking at the surveys that we looked at, this is what we did. So Kelly, I'm going to turn it back over to you so you can share some of the wonderful stuff that we've done.
Yeah. So one thing that was really impactful through beta. So beta, for those who don't know maybe what beta is a company saying our software is ready for market, but we want people to test it just to see and make sure everything is working properly. So we started beta in April, and the number of people that helped us add additional things into the program was exceptional. We had so many people who gave input as to this would be really great for us to have in our business. And again, I'm sorry for non-Monate people. This is very specific to Monate, this part, but we had people through beta that said, hey, what about adding, and I'm going to give you an example, an event funnel. So someone who does a lot of trade shows said, I would love something to have when I go to a trade show to be able to gather those leads and nurture those leads. So we said, that's a really great idea. Let's build out an event funnel that we can give to everyone. So beta was really impactful in the sense that we had an incredible program that was ready for market, but we tested it and we added additional features that would be really great for your business. So again, sorry, money people, but we added a flash sale page, which was again, people saying, this would be really great in my business. I would love to add this. And we said, yes, you're right. That would be great. And we gave it to everyone. So beta was really great because we worked through some kinks, but we also added in some really incredible things that allow you guys to build your businesses strong and stable. So for non-money people, you can customize, like you can build out all of these things. We could have individually, I could have said, I want this specific page and I could have made it for myself, and it's very intuitive. So we did add some incredible things into the CRM that was feedback from people in the field. So they are money market partners who said, this would be great for my business. So for me, that was really important to see that. And it was great to have that teamwork and that camaraderie of people saying, I want to have this in my business. And then other people saying, I would love that as well. So the beta was really great. We had a solid group of about 15 that were giving a lot of this feedback as to things that we would really like to add. And I just need to call out Miss Bree there for a second. I saw that girl driving in her car, and as we're talking, she's clapping away over there. She's obviously excited about something. So I saw that girl. That was awesome. So you guys, beta was huge. Beta was huge. We're out of beta now. We're full-fledged, ready to rock and roll, ready to get you guys up and running. Again, so many facets to what the CRM can do in your business. I've only talked about a few little pieces that I think people really like to hear about. So I want to make sure that you guys get an opportunity to ask questions as well, because I'm sure you guys have some questions about maybe the functionality of the program. Just literally anything. We'll take your questions. So Toni, do you want to do questions right now, or do you want to pop into something else first?
I want you to show them, what the number one, what the cost difference is, and some of the high level, what are the key three things, besides having all of your messages stored in one place, what are three key things that that is going to change people's business?
Sure. Okay. Do you want to, it didn't let me screen share. So do you want to just allow that? And then I can share that. So for sure, the key three things for me would definitely be the automations, that ability to onboard. And I always giggle and say, like, I can be out, and this gives you guys, this is my life, this is my normal life, but I can be out dealing with cows with my husband and onboarding a VIP, and I'm doing nothing. They've enrolled, my system does the talking for me and starts that process for me. It's sending them, we have a beautiful VIP landing page. It's sending them all that because my system is, again, don't worry about the techie part of this, but my system is talking to my emails. So I can be outside doing something else. Someone has enrolled and it's already starting that process of onboarding them for me. That's for both VIPs and market partners. So for anyone who's not money, that automatic stuff can still happen, but you don't even have to be physically at your desk. Your priorities can look a little bit different in your business because you're letting your CRM do some of that, let's call it dirty work, that more admin type stuff. So
I made you a host. So you're
wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay. So what I want to show you guys here quick is the breakdown of cost. So let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. That's a little bit better. Okay. So the way that Anthony and Toni put this together is they looked at it and said, what pieces of our business are extremely important to us being successful? Things like MailChimp, things like project broadcast, if you guys are familiar with that, things like ClickFunnels, things like website builders, and brought all of these pieces and said, okay, these are all the things that we need within our business. Let's put all this stuff in one house. Let's not have to go to 100 different places to run our businesses. So what this breakdown is this is saying, these are all of the things that if you were to buy separately, so if you were to go and say, I want ClickFunnels, I want project broadcast, I want MailChimp, if you were to say you wanted all those things, and there's a ton on this list, so I'm not going to say them all, but if you were to purchase all of the features separately that we have in the CRM, you'd be paying over $1,500 a month for all of those features. So I know Toni had a bunch of different, she was going all different places to do all different things, and it was costing a lot of money and also a pain in the butt to go a million different places. Very time consuming, very overwhelming. So $1,500 for all of the features that we have in our program that we're only charging. This is for, we have 3 tiers, but this is for the larger one. We're charging $187 a month for all of those features essentially, and they're in one spot. So you're paying a heck of a lot less, and they're all in one place. 2 big wins. So let me just see if there's any other, I think Calendly would be another really good one that I'd like to mention, because I'm sure some of you guys use something like Calendly to book out appointments. Maybe something like SynShare if you're doing a social planner. Those would be kind of, I think, the big ones that people would currently probably be purchasing in their business, but being able to now instead use in the CRM. So again, paying less, getting more features. So that's the breakdown of the features. And like I said, we do have 3 tiers specifically for this call. We're going to get into something at the end about, we're just going to kind of hone in on 1 tier and we'll give you a little bit more info there, but we have a little bit of something exciting to share with you. But we do have 3 tiers, and each tier comes with different features. So we have a small tier that's just the texting platform, which is $4.99 a month. We have a medium tier, which is an email parser, which is $29.99 a month, and that's your texting and email reading. There's other features as well, but those are kind of the big things that I think people recognize that they need in their business. And then the big tier has everything you could imagine and more. So we do have the 3 tiers. Again, for you guys, we'll chat a little bit at the end. We're going to hone in on one of them and give you a little bit of an exciting offer, but we do have the 3 tiers. So Toni, anything else you want me to show from the site? I unshared just faces. So
no, no, the only thing that I did want to show them is that, so you guys, if you can see this, this is the app. So you're going to see down here where all of your messages are. And what's really great is it will give you opportunities, how much revenue, and then what your conversion rate is. So it's all housed underneath here for you. You can add contacts in here, but if they're going to text you on your number that's associated with this, they're going to automatically go into your system. So you don't have to do the extra work. So it will pull, it will pull from your Instagram messages. It will pull from your Facebook. It will pull from your email and also your texting when we connect that, because we connect through the website to all of those features. So go ahead. So
what Toni was pointing out, so we have the CRM, which is online, it's a website, but then we also have an app. So it's called Lead Connector. So Lead Connector can be on your phone, which means on the go, you still have access to your CRM. Now, the Lead Connector, its main job is your conversation. So if someone messages me on Instagram, it's coming to my Lead Connector. If they then text me on my number, it's coming to Lead Connector. Now, here's what I love, and I use this example a lot. I had a girlfriend message me the other day. She sent me an Instagram message, and then she also sent me something on Facebook. I was confused at where she sent what questions she was asking me. I had to go to both places to look. The CRM brings that all into one conversation now. So I don't have to jump between the different places. I can see it all in one spot. So that also makes it more streamlined for your specific contacts where you're not going all over the map. You're in one conversation, one place. That's all you have to worry about. So for me, that was big because I giggle at the fact that I literally just had a situation where my brain was like, where do I even go? This was before the CRM, but my brain didn't even understand where I needed to go to find that message. So the app is wonderful. It's great for on the go because again, you're having that place to have those conversations. The CRM online, so the website is where all the meat and potatoes are, but it doesn't work on your phone. So the app is Lead Connector. The CRM is all online, but the Lead Connector app allows you to have those conversations and stay in contact when you're on the go. So, all right. So we'll open the floor up. We ready for that?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can unmute or you can put your questions in the chat.
I have a few questions.
Please, jumping right in. Love it.
So my first question is, you mentioned a VIP landing page.
Yeah.
Did you create that through the CRM?
Correct. And what it is, it's beautiful. So this again was part of beta. Someone saying, hey, I use this in my business right now. And everyone heard this and said, I want that as well. So Anthony said, well, heck, we're going to give it to everyone. So what it is it's a landing page that has the benefits of being a VIP. It has information on the OFYs. So that would be something you would have to update though every month. So there's a spot for a picture. It has video. So how to wash your hair, how to push a Flagship, how do you do an oil treatment? And these are videos from, I believe they're Amy Rickabaw's videos. So we made sure to use stylist videos, but yes, this is all available for you. And it again is customizable. So for me, I'm actually in Canada. So that page has a little blurb on the point system. It does say for USA only. So if I wanted to, we don't have the point system here. If I wanted to, though, I could go and remove that out of there. So there is the ability to customize a little bit. If you have specific videos you like, or if you do a specific thing with your VIPs when you onboard, you do have that ability to customize, but it's a landing page that's ready for usage right away.
Okay, thank you. I have another question.
Please.
So for the $4.99, you were mentioning the 3 different tiers. Does that also come with the automated onboarding, or is that extra? It doesn't.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, so the $4.99.
Real quick.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So everybody, the $4.99 tier, it comes with, I believe, just the flash sale page and a link tree. So you get a link tree with that one, but you get access to the whole system. So you can social media post, you can build your own landing pages if you would like, right? So you still have access to everything, the newsletters, the MailChimp. It's ridiculous value just by itself. The $29.99 comes with gamification, the VIP workflow. That one comes with that VIP landing page. And then the 187 comes with all of our automations that we built for the people. So I know right now we have, I think, 25 people on the 187. I know most of them are increasing PV quite substantially month over month right now. And it's just mainly from communication with clients. So that is the part, but just so you guys know, all the tiers, you get the entire software that Toni and me painstakingly built, right? But that doesn't mean that there's going to be populated with things, but it's there. We have daily trainings every day, and there's mastermind groups, and there's lots of cool things people are doing. So, you know, if you're willing to come, you can learn and build whatever you'd like. So there you go. And I'll hand it off to Kelly again, and I will continue to man the chat. So if you guys have questions, feel free to message me there.
I'll just quickly, Coco, yes, we are recording it.
Good morning. My name's Linda. I'm an MP in Canada. So the question I have this morning is, of course, Monate is my evening and weekend job. I have a full-time job. I'm a clinical nurse and I travel about 80% of my time. So if I was taking my phone with me, usually within Canada, I've got my iPad and I've got my phone to work on my business. So would this work with me when I'm traveling if I've got a phone and an iPad and I don't have access to like a laptop or anything like that?
Yep. Absolutely. So your phone has the ability to have that lead connector app, which again is only the conversational piece, but your iPad can go to the website and utilize the website through your iPad. So absolutely. Yes. And really the way I look at it too is once you get in and you get your personal information in there and you're all set up, you don't really need a whole lot in the CRM itself. You're set up, you're ready to go, you're rocking and rolling. It's more about those conversations, getting leads, getting people into your system. The main concept of this system is how do I get people to give me their information? I give them something, they give me their information. We want their information in the system. So absolutely, Linda, you can utilize your phone and your iPad as your main source for the CRM.
So the other thing,
so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Great question, Linda. The other thing is too, you guys, that we can create your own QR codes. You never have to walk out of the door with a business card again or worrying about connecting with people. They scan your QR code and they're automatically in your system. It is the coolest thing ever. If Phyllis has been one of the beta testers, I've known her and we've been in 2 businesses together now for 17 years. And you know, she does a lot of vendor events. So what she did is she put her QR code on a little mini banner so people just scan it and she immediately collects their information. You can put it on community boards. You can have it available like when you're traveling and you meet someone and they just scan it and you immediately have, you know, you have their contact info, which is really super cool.
Yep. I hung a QR code up at a friend's health food store. I asked her if I could give away $20 a month to people who, like, not everyone, but one person a month who scans. And that was a way that, hey, I'm not sitting there every day to be like, hey, let's have a conversation. My QR code is on the wall and it's doing that for me. If they scan it, they come into a workflow and they get information and they get to know me, but it's actually my system talking to them. So someone did ask, can you explain a workflow? So yes, for some people that might mean nothing. So I think that is really important to understand. So what a workflow is it's something happens to start a process. So I'm going to give you an example. I love the VIP onboarding one. So the something that happens is a VIP enrolls. So in the system, we have a workflow set up and step one is a VIP enrolls. Once the system recognizes a VIP has enrolled, a process starts. And that process looks like a text message going out to them. Again, this is automatic. A text message going out saying, hey, thank you for enrolling. Here's the VIP landing page, which is the one we talked about with videos and information. Go check this out. And then it's continual messaging within this flow. So again, step one happens, they enroll. And then there's messages and certain actions that happen after they enroll. So workflow is an action, something happens, something triggers the workflow, and then the body of that workflow happens. So essentially it is, if you had a book before that said, okay, if a VIP enrolls, this is step one, step two, step three, etc. It's all set up in your system instead. So it's happening automatically versus you manually saying, okay, copy and paste this message, send, okay, in 3 days, I need to now send this one. A workflow is just the body of that campaign, but it's in the system being automatically done. So that's what a workflow is. And again, these are set up specifically for Monate people. They're very easy to do, but don't freak out if you're like, I can't do that. It's already there. It's already there. You literally just need to get contacts, new VIPs, new market partners, everything there for you. So all you need to do is get people in. That's your job. Anything else in here? Oh, Gail, I'm sorry you lost your internet. Yes, we're recording though. So Tara, we have something coming for you. So Tara asked if there was a trial. We have some little details coming on that because we have something special for you guys. Hey, Wendy, yes, absolutely. Did I miss Anthony? Is there anything that stuck out for you in the chat that I missed for questions?
Not yet. I think we're good to go to the next part. I'm not sure, Tony, if you want to intro it, or if Kelly, you want to
I
intro
do
it.
have another question, sorry
No, you're okay.
to interrupt, but so for that automated message for the VIP, do you initially personalize it and then that goes out? Or
You can, absolutely you can. So there's someone specifically that was part of beta that the messages say, hey, Kelly, for example, and then gives the information. She's like, I don't say hey, I say hi. So she went through all of her messages and she customized everything to change from hey to hi. So yes, you can go in and you can make it sound like you. If you would start your message saying, hey, it's Kelly, or hello there, you can customize it so it sounds like you. You have access to those, absolutely. And I would recommend that so that it feels like it is you. It's not necessary, but then it does sound like you and feel like you when you're messaging.
okay.
So, yeah,
And then another side note, can you edit contacts in a way where you can write a note to yourself, like where you met the person? Because sometimes I forget.
Absolutely. So it's also, you can set up tasks, you can set up notes for contacts, you can set up so many things. So there is a note section within a contact that, yeah, you could put in a note there where you met them as a note, but there's also an area where you can put in contact details. So what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, and I love using dogs as an example. So let's say, for example, you love knowing the names of people's dogs. You can create a field for each contact in your system that when you find out the name of their dog, you put that into their contact information, but it's an actual field. So then what you could do is you could actually create filters based on that field saying, if I have someone's dog's name, I want that list of people that I have their dog names. So there are different ways that you can put your information into the system. I would say it kind of depends on what specifically you're looking like for an event. Like if it was like, I met them at the supermarket, I'd probably put that as a note. But if it was, I was at a specific trade show and met them, I would maybe lean more towards putting it into a field. But that's when you get to it, you can come to me and say, hey, this is a situation. What do you think I should do? And then we can figure it out then. But absolutely. Absolutely. You can stay very organized through this.
So Linda had a question about text messaging. You guys, what these tiers give you, they give you the use of the platform. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that we do have some text messaging credits in the second tier at 29, and then at the 187. I'm going to tell you, text messaging is not it's not easy. But I am going to say this: we blow every other text messaging service out of the water as far as pricing goes. Okay. The other thing I want you to know, for those of you that are a part of our team or a part of Monate, I want to be very, very, very clear. I am not making 1 cent on this platform for y'all. And the reason is because I created it because I wanted to see people be more productive. And just think, if we can get the average of people out there that are just showing up for their business, that 2 to 3 hours per week, and they can be 20% more efficient and grow their business by 20%. And it's the 20%ers that are growing that 20%. Think about what that's going to mean for you and your business. That's friggin' huge.
I agree. Another thing that I didn't mention that I think maybe Jennifer Vale mentioned it at some point that I do want to touch on is Flagship Reminders. And I feel like everyone can get this pain point. I used to hate, and I love my customers, so I did it with a smile on my face, but I used to hate running my report, printing it out, sending a message, telling them, don't forget. The system does it for me now. I don't have to do it. The system reads my email that says, hey, this person has an upcoming flagship. It goes into my system and sends them an automatic message that says, hey, you have a flagship coming up. This is what's in your flagship. Don't forget to change the date or do whatever you need to do. So no longer the days where I'm sitting down, I'm printing it off, I'm checking off when I've talked to them or messaged them. The system is doing it for me. So that for me was huge as well, because that's a time commitment to do that. So I did see Brandy asked, I'm based in the US and will be setting this up from here, but I will be traveling internationally this winter. Will I be able to access the website from my desktop outside of the US? Absolutely. It's a website. So absolutely, wherever you are good to go.
So yeah, Gail is back. So Gail, the pricing for the entire, can you put that screen back up, Kelly?
Absolutely.
So we'll just take one more shot of this, you guys. I don't want to keep you too much longer today from your income producing activities. And of course you got to get with Kelly to help with that as well. But here's the different tiers that we have and what you have there to offer. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, we're going to customize it. If you go right to the website, you can also click on Get It Now, and you'll get a more complete listing of everything else that is available.
And this website, I will put it in the chat, so you guys are okay there. So,
and we forgot, you guys, we have the beauty quizzes on there, so it goes right into your CRM.
Yes. See, you guys, there's so many pieces there. We just keep giving you more and more and more and more. So thank you, Jen. Yes, thank you.
Someone mentioned about flash sales, if those messages are also automated or not. Sometimes I have trouble wording things.
Those ones are not. Those ones are not. So those would be, so you do have the flash sale landing page. So now what I do, instead of sending my message, so I used to text before saying that that there was a flash sale. I used to text. So I knew they got an email. I would send a text reminder, but I would send all the details. And it was very overwhelming. It'd be like, you could get this and you could buy this and this much. And it was costing me more money because I was sending this big long text as well. Now I say, hey, there's a flash sale. Here are the details. And I just send them a link to my flash sale page where they can go and they see visually the information, which I think is way easier to understand. And then at the bottom of that page, there's a shop now and a take a quiz button. So you have that ability then to say, hey, if they're a prospect, especially, go take the quiz and let's get you rocking and rolling on these products. So no flash sale automation messages. But that landing page is kind of where I put all those details anyways. I send very little in my text now. Personally.
And do you create that flash sale page each time? Okay.
Yes. So we do. I created a training library. So the training library has, I'm kind of guessing 25-ish videos, but they're all very short. They're like 5 to 8 minute videos walking through setup in different parts of the CRM. And one of those videos is how to use that flash sale page. So it helps you understand how to set it up and how to use it. And yes, each flash sale you would go in, you would customize it for that flash sale, and then you would send it out to your customers.
Thank you.
So the flash sale page, the girls usually all set it up on Thursday night together, and it takes them about 30 seconds.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you just replace 3 custom values on the back end settings, and it's up and going and done. And Jennifer just shared her personal card. She's on the 187 platform, so she gets a little bit larger system with all the bells and whistles. So if you guys go check out her website, you could see what she did and customize and click around and hang out around that. At this point, I think we should go ahead. And Toni, would you like to make the intro into the challenge we're doing, or should we hand it off to Kelly?
Yeah. Kelly, go ahead, because I want to wrap this up because I know that people got to get back to crushing it.
Yeah, sounds good. I want to answer one more question because I feel like this is an important one. Linda asked about more mature VIPs who don't have cell phones but have landlines. So you can switch, instead of setting an SMS, for example, for a reminder, you could switch it to an email. But we also have the ability to leave voicemails. So you could also set up the automation to actually send them a voicemail that just says, hey, whoever, you have an upcoming flagship, don't forget. Can that send to landlines though, Anthony? That's going to be my question on that. Can a voicemail send to a landline?
They can. They're just gonna have to go in and make that voicemail and just upload it MP3 style.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, lots of options. So I thought that was a really cool one to touch on. So, okay. So for you guys here, we are offering a challenge, and Toni inspired this. Toni loves her challenges. So we have a challenge for you guys. It's a 30-day challenge. So what I want you guys to do is, if you are on your phone, don't worry, because I'm going to also put the links in the chat. So I'm just going to share my screen. So what I want you to do is, if you are able to, I just want to zoom out a little bit more. There we go. I want you to scan. So if you don't know how to scan a QR code, we're going to do that right now together, because this is a big part of the CRM. So what you're going to do, you're going to grab your phone. If you're on your phone, don't worry, I will put these 2 links in the chat right away. You're going to open your camera as if you're going to take a picture, and you're going to just hover over the QR code on the left. When you hover, you'll see Effing Simple in yellow come up, and you'll just click on that and it will take you to the page. Okay. I will put the link in the chat though so if you haven't scanned it yet, sorry, just give me a second. So for those of you who cannot do what I just said, that is the link for the left-hand QR code. So I want you to go there, and then we're going to walk through this quite quickly, but you can go over this a little bit more in detail because you now have access to it. So what we're gonna...
a second, Kelly. For anybody who's already on the software, I know there's a couple of you in here. Go ahead and enroll, and you guys can participate in the 30-day challenge as well.
Okay. So you're only doing step 1 then for you guys. You're not doing step 2, but I'll kind of go through all that. So step 1, we're going to talk about step 1. So step 1 is, we're going to do a challenge for the month of August. So the page that you would have come to through your first QR code talks about the challenge and what the challenge is. So the challenge is enroll for the $29.99 tier, which is the one where you're getting the texting, the one where you're getting the email parser. Enroll for $29.99, and we're going to give you $30 in texting credit. So you're essentially getting the program for $0 for your first month. Okay. That's the really tiny part of the challenge. That's the financial part. That's what part 1 is here. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll see where it gives more information on how we're going to support you guys through that. So I did mention the training library that I created. You will have access to that, but we're also going to do 3 trainings a week with you guys for this challenge. They are going to be at the times that are on this page. So you'll see that it says the time.
Can you share the page on the screen here now?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely, I can.
Hey, Kelly, also too, can we give them the link to our chat?
The WhatsApp one?
Yeah.
Or I can paste it in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the challenge, we are making sure that we give you guys all the support you need. Again, we have the training library. We have everything you need to be successful, but we're also going to offer you 3 trainings a week. So the times are shown here. If you are not able to make those, if you are, for example, Pacific Standard Time, and these don't work for you, it's during the day, we are recording all of them. So don't worry. The dates, the times are there. We are giving you guys these sessions all on your own. We do currently do Monday to Friday training sessions for all of our users. We're doing your sessions separate. We know you're all going to start at the same place, the same time. So we're going to do training separate for you guys. I talk a little bit about what we're going to cover in the challenge. And then there is a learn more button that you can click that takes you to a Google Doc that has a bit more information there. So very high level, the challenge for 30 days. We're going to walk you through the program. We're going to get you set up. After that 30 days is done, you decide what you want to do. If you want to continue forward, if you're not interested any longer, or if you want to upgrade. Okay, so for 30 days, that's all you need to worry about right now. Are you willing to come in and essentially spend $0 to use the program? Okay. If you are not ready to do the challenge, please do this, stay in touch. We will then send you information. We'll keep you in the loop of what's going on if you're not ready to do the challenge with us. If you are ready to do the challenge, there are 2 steps, and you do not have to do this right in the moment, but you can take a step back and you can read and understand a little bit better the full challenge. 2 steps. You need to enroll for the challenge. That's this form on this page. But then we also need you to enroll for the Grow My Business tier. So that is done through this here, and I'll put that in the chat as well. So when you come to that landing page, and I do have the QR code for that, so I'll bring that up. When you come to that landing page, you come to the top, you can hit start the trial now, but you're going to do this middle, get it now, grow my business one. So that's step 2, and that's the barcode or the QR code on the right. So again, it's a 2-step process. If you want to be part of the challenge, you're going to enroll through the QR code on the left, then you're going to enroll for the Grow My Business tier on the right. I also put the links for both of those 2 things into the chat. Any questions about that? I know I went through it really quick, that challenge. Again, that landing page has all the details though.
I have a question. So it says that you can get $30 towards texting. Does that mean texting is not included in the $29.99? Would it be
Correct.
extra?
Correct.
Yeah, so the only one that has the full texting credits is the 187. I know that Toni already approved that if you guys are increasing your PV and you guys can show that and we check it in the backend system, we're going to give you extra texting credits too. So we're just here to try to make sure that everyone's growing. The texting is fully transparent. You can see exactly how much everything's charged. So like when you buy a phone number, it'll tell you it's between $1 and $2, depending on the area code you pick a month. Australia, I'm sorry, you guys are like $6 to $7, but that's your guys' fault. Don't know what you guys do. But yeah, we just do exactly as the phone carriers do. So like we have a lot of people who don't want to do as much texting, so they do newsletters, they talk a lot through Facebook and Instagram. But all the fees and everything, when you're actually texting, it'll tell you exactly how much every message is going to be. We have a calculator for you guys too, but I don't know, Jennifer Vale is growing like crazy and she sends out tons of flex-ships. It's not that bad, I assume, right, Jen?
I think I'm in Canada.
No,
most of my
it's not bad at all. I actually really love it, like a lot. It's worth it.
Good. Amazing. Yeah, so it's pass through texting is what it is.
By the way, I just want to say, you know, that Jen has been so involved with this, and she's also doing our 10-week, 75-day hardcore challenge. You guys, with this and with her being committed to her business, you guys, she hit last month. So little cheers to her.
That's amazing. So Patty asked, how many texts do you get for the highest tier? Is there a number or am I confused? So there's no specific number. So you do get charged for text based on how long they are, if there's emojis. So it just depends on how many texts you're sending and how big they are and what the content of them are. So it's not like a project broadcast where you get like, I forget what it is, 500 credits. You literally put a dollar figure into your account and then it dwindles as you send text, but the cost of those texts are based on how big they are, how long they are, what's in it, etc. So it does change, Patty, from text to text.
Well, text, honestly, you guys, text shouldn't be more than 3 or 4 sentences because your folks won't read them. That's a proven fact. So you want to keep them short and sweet and just reminders. Like if you're doing a contest and you want to drive people to your new landing page to collect their information, or you're going to do a contest, or you want to drive them to a group on Instagram or Facebook that you've created so you can, have that external, secondary way of, that personal touch point. There's a lot of different things that you can do with it.
Yep. Agreed.
Do you recommend doing reach outs through the CRM, or would you recommend doing them separately since sometimes you end up doing lots of reach outs.
Are
I
you
do, I do
like-
all mine through the CRM.
Yeah, I would too. Like it, assuming that you have their contact info to reach out to them, whether it be Facebook business, Instagram, their text, their email. Yeah, I would house it all in one place. I really would.
Most reach outs, we have, I think, one person right now who's doing just automatic reach outs. They just message 10 people a day, just, hey, how are you? Just checking in.
Yeah.
And that costs nothing, but it just automatically goes through the whole list slowly. So I would do reach outs in the system. I would not do a reach out if you're going to send 30 images and tell them what the flash sale is and everything else, because that will get pricey. That's more of a newsletter, but just reach out, it's fine.
Yep.
Talking about like 3 cents max for like a 3-sentence.
Okay, and newsletter would go through their email, obviously.
Hmm.
Okay.
Brandy, we'll get that fixed. I'll have either Jeffrey or Ian fix that.
Yeah, but yes, Brandy, you are correct. It's just the $29.99. Anybody else? Anybody need, okay. Anybody need the links again, the URLs for these 2 pages, or are we okay on those?
So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the recording.
Okay,
Thank you so much, you guys, so much for your information, but we can stay on and answer any questions.